So, what stock do I feel that is set to explode by next week? A stock that I feel like that could literally, skyrocket, if not, um, you know, I guess you could say like go up eventually, is AMD. So, AMD, right? Um, Looking at AMD on the daily chart, you can see that, oh wait, there's no support. But if you use the previous day's candle, if you use Thursday's candle, right, you can see that it touched all-time low of 136, or it touched the low of 136, right? And then on Friday, its low was 138. So in a way, I feel like support for right now for AMD, it has to be at 136 or 138. If it goes further than 138 or 136, um, I feel like maybe AMD could, drop, right? Now, to what level? I feel like if, AMD decides to, after reporting earnings, decides to crash down because, probably results could be, either, if results are bad, if earnings are bad, then I feel like, AMD could crash down all the way to where the 180-day moving average or the 200-day moving average is at. And so if it, finds its foot, around the 180 or 200-day moving average as support, then, that's, good, right? But if it, it doesn't find its support at the 180 or 200-day moving average, and then I feel like, AMD could, I don't know, some like AMD could just like probably see like newer lows, probably even touch the 90 level. Reach it could probably reach the 90 level, but I feel like for now, right? Um if AMD decides to report good earnings, right? And if earnings do good, I feel like AMD could skyrocket. Now, depending on also on others, other stocks that report earnings, I feel like this could affect AMD in either in a positive or negative way, right? But what I'm currently testing out is I'm using this strategy. Basically, you go on this website called Finvis. It's totally free, right? You click on screener, you click on where it says market cap, you click on mega, right? You click where it says performance, then after you click performance, it's going to show all of the stocks, from worst to best, right? And so basically, I've used this strategy like a couple times already, maybe like 3 times already. And I want to show you guys an example. Let me see. Um, let's see. Example. Let me see if I can go on the paper trade thing. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'll even show. Okay, Pepsi, right? Pepsi. When did I start getting into Pepsi? Okay, I don't think it lets me go. Hold on. Okay, so I started buying. I think yeah. Did I? There's no way. Um. Okay, just to show you, right? I started buying Pepsi around 628. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I started buying Pepsi around 628, right? And the reason I started buying into Pepsi on 628, let's look at Pepsi, right? 628. Let me show you that day, 628. okay, this date, right? And part of the reason I had bought Pepsi around the 164, 165 level, right? Was because I was like, okay, that chart or that website, right, is showing right now that Pepsi is, and I remember the number that it was at. I remember I think Pepsi was the third, if not the second worst performer uh on this list, right? And so me using that data, I analyzed Pepsi like, okay, I'm comfortable buying, a couple, options of Pepsi, you know, for the 28th, right? And if it keeps going lower, I'll try to buy more, but I'll try to buy at reasonable levels, right? That way my average won't be stuck at, the date that I bought it at, at 628. And so what I did was as soon as I started seeing, Pepsi starting crashing down, right? I bought at, the levels of 162, then some at 161, right? And so eventually, there's a day where Pepsi crashed on earnings, right? But all of a sudden it finished green. It finished green. And so what happened was my goal was okay, I'm not selling out of Pepsi until, my Pepsi calls make me a, what was it? I think a 25% gain, right? And so when Pepsi had reached my 25% gain, right? I had made, let's see, was it that or no? Yeah, I think I made like 4,000 something dollars. And it was just insane because I sold out on the 17th. So on the 17th, let's look where I sold out at. So, Pepsi, let's look at Pepsi. Uh, so, I had sold out as soon as Pepsi had touched the 50-day moving average. The reason I sold out when Pepsi had reached or touched the 50-day moving average was because I thought, like, okay, I said to myself I was going to sell when Pepsi made me a 25% gain, right? I was up 25%. And I do feel like maybe, Pepsi could crash down or get rejected by the 50-day moving average. You can see literally the next candle. That's what kind of happened. It touched the next day a low of 168. And so, but then you can see like it touched a high of 172. So I could have made a little bit more money, right? But I just wanted to stick to my rule. I was like, okay, play it safe. It touched the 50-day moving average. It's probably going to get rejected by the 50-day moving average. Uh, maybe tomorrow or who knows when, right? And I played it safe. I stuck to the rule, right? And so in a way, I was like, okay, if AMD is the fourth worst performer right now on this list, and if earnings are like, bad or, yeah, if they're bad, I kind of feel like earnings has to be priced in because look at on the daily, like it's just had multiple red days, multiple red days. And I remember when it was like all the way up here, it was getting crazy price targets of like, oh, AMD is gonna touch 200 or it's gonna touch. Yeah, I think that was like it was an article saying that was gonna reach 200, and so I was like, wait, and why is AMD crashing all of a sudden? And so in a way, I feel like where it's at is a personal good entry point, but um, I'm gonna see if that strategy um, you know, works out. I feel like I don't think AMD can crash down any further. But we will see. I will definitely update you guys what happens. Obviously, in the account, I have, what is it? Six, seven, eight, nine AMD calls. So we will see what happens. Other than that, that's pretty much it. If you guys ever want to use that website to, you know, to trade or whatever or invest, right? It's called finviz.com. And yeah, you click on where it says screener, then you click on mega, well, on market cap, right? Click on mega, and then click on performance, and then it's going to show you the stocks from worst to best. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll definitely update you guys to see what happens with, AMD. Will AMD skyrocket or will it tank like a rock? But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll definitely update you guys to see what happens. And if you guys want to sign up with Webull, you can sign up with my Webull link in the description below, or you can sign up with, on Webull's website. And other than that, I wish you the best of luck for this upcoming week of trading. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. As always, take care. Bye.